to the Boomer Briefing Podcast. This is your 10-minute conversations that are shaping the accounting profession. My name is John Hubbard, one of the facilitators of the Talent Circle. With me today is Jim Boomer, our CEO, and another facilitator of the Talent Circle. And we wanted to briefly recap for you some of the key topics that were discussed in our most recent Talent Circle meeting. So the first circle meeting of every year, for every circle, we really use that time to discuss the trends for the year. So our consultant group gets together twice a year and we talk through the key trends that we believe are relevant to the profession right now and specifically to our circle member firms. So this year we covered 5 macro trends with some micro trends underneath it. And it's not surprising to hear that AI is intertwined into all of those macro trends. But specifically for the Talent Circle, we really position those trends to what do they mean for HR and talent leaders in the profession? How should they be thinking about their roles and how they're supporting their firm? Even though AI is not a human resources initiative, it's obviously related to how work gets done, how talent uses AI. And so there's a lot of conversations around that, that we believe a lot of members left with some practical takeaways for that. But Jim, from your perspective, what were some ahas from the conversations you were involved in?
Yeah. Well, it's a great question. You said it's not a surprise AI's intertwined, but it shouldn't be a surprise that that was one of the topics, was sharing AI use cases. And every meeting we do a talent circle exchange, I think show and tell, but something of value people bring to the table. And one of our participants had built a custom agent around HR-related questions and shared that. And while that particular use case was valuable to see, what was more valuable is seeing a use case, because it made light bulbs go off throughout the room of, oh, she's using it that way. Here's a way. Now I'm thinking of all kinds of ways I could build an agent there. So that would be one. Another big one was around just workforce capacity planning. And that's a big one, multi-pronged, and one that's becoming more complex. Historically, when we talk workforce planning, we're looking at our current employees, the amount of work that we have, available capacity, and making decisions or projections of hiring decisions. But in reality now, it's not just about hiring and our current employees. You have so many different elements here. You have third-party contractors, you have outsourcing, and then you have technology coming in where automation and AI are having a big impact. The tool sets, as new offerings come on the site, there's much more AI and automation built in, and all of that plays into the workforce planning. So that was one. And the other one is no less of a big meaty topic with multiple angles on it, and that would be, the whole conversation around getting away from such a focus on the billable hour, and how do we measure our teams and our firm's performance in ways that are not anchored in time and inputs, and how do we move more towards measuring outputs and results? And as you can imagine, that's always a difficult topic to get to. I don't know that we solved world peace there, but I do think that we're making progress. And the other thing I would say is the speed with which technology is evolving and changing, and it's impacting or it's increasing efficiency greatly. There's going to be a forced change here when our business model is rate times hour, and now we're doing work in a whole lot less hours. We've got to evolve how we price our services, how we communicate value to our clients. And so while we've been talking about this for a long time, I do anticipate we're going to start to see some real action. And even as other circles have met, we're starting to see more and more firms take that first step.
Yeah. And if the role of our Talent Circle members wasn't complicated enough, we spent a good chunk of our time talking about HR best practices with mergers and acquisitions. So we had a panel conversation of firms that were talking about their approach to HR's involvement during the M&A process. So obviously AI is a huge topic right now, but so is mergers and acquisitions. They don't seem to be slowing down, and firms that maybe never thought they'd be involved in them are. There are plenty of firms in the circle where this is a key part of their growth strategy. And so how can HR leaders continue to position themselves to both support the firm during the process, but also create a seat for themselves at the table of conversations around M&A? I mean, there's a host of other things we covered, and we don't have time in this video, but if you are considering or interested in joining the Talent Circle, we really want to make it easy for you. So you can simply go to boomer.com. You'll see our services tab. You click on that. You will see the Talent Circle below. You can go to the Talent Circle webpage and you can view a lot of information, including member testimonials on there, just to learn a little bit about what the experience is like. And then you'll see an Apply Now button. So you simply click on that, complete the form. We'll get you your application, and we can have a phone call with you to see if the community is right for you. So we hope to see you at a future meeting, and thanks for listening.